Hey guys, watching C1 and Only. My name is AJ, and we are back on another episode of ZONOCraft Season 2, Episode 46, I think? 46? Something like that. 47 maybe, I don't know. And I'm on the pause screen here. I've literally just jumped onto the world, and I can see 4 dogs in front of me, which I can only assume means that all the other dogs are around me. I'm right. They've teleported to me again. You're getting in my way, guys. You will all be dying. I will be making a doggy killing chamber soon. Mark my words. What you doing in there? You know, you are going to be stuck in there forever, aren't you? There you go. You. This isn't all of them, is it? Only some of them have teleported to me. Any of you fall down there? I don't think so. You're following me still. You're following me still. Zombie! Hey! Burn! Die. Get him, boys. Get him, boys. Okay, sit down. Sit down. We got you all now? My block back. There must be more over here then, because that isn't all my dogs. Unless they've disappeared. Unless the duplicated ones have... Nope. Nope. Half of them are there still. Look at them all. It's crazy. Anyway, today we're gonna continue on with our house. Our soon-to-be redstone-filled house. And we're going to continue on with the roof today. I've already got some on me. Let's grab some more. What are you doing? Go away. Stay there. And I want to start off by having a rant. I want to have a rant, guys. You guys said, or someone said, in the comment section below, either last episode or an episode ago, or a couple of episodes ago, there was a comment that said, "You copied Etho!" And that confused me. I thought, what have I copied Etho for? Has Etho done something that I've done? Have I done something that Etho's done? What do you mean, what have I copied Etho on? And so I asked him, I said, what do you think I've copied Etho on? Because I've had these comments before of people saying that I've copied Etho, or, well, yeah, Etho mostly. And I never understood why. I'm like, what do you mean I've copied Etho on? Is it a redstone design that I've done? The melon farm? The wool farm? What is it? Anyway, apparently, because I've made an underground base, I've copied Etho. Now, to me, that is absolutely insane. And I know a lot of you understand that, and a lot of you guys will find that funny. Because just because Etho has done an underground base does not, under any circumstances, mean that I've copied him. Etho is not the only person to do an underground base, nor was he the first person to do an underground base. He might have the biggest underground base, and he might have the most popular, or most famous, if you like, underground base. But by no means is no one else allowed to build an underground base because he's done it. I mean, get alive, get real, honestly. Yeah, that's insane. That's like trying to say that the house that I'm building here above ground, that means that I'm copying another YouTuber that has done a house above ground? What? Really? If anything, I think everybody builds an underground base as their first base, most of the time, at least. You know, I remember the first time that I ever played Minecraft, when it got to night time, I dug into a side of a wall, you know, into the side of a mountain, like in there, sort of thing. And I made a little base in there just to stay overnight. And then after, I probably lived in there for the first few days of the Minecraft world. And then I decided to make an above ground house. So, yeah, it's not copying Etho at all. And that made me maybe a little bit annoyed that someone would even think, or be arrogant enough to think that just because someone's built an underground base, they've copied another YouTuber. It's not the case at all. And I'm subscribed to Etho, and I watch Etho. I don't watch too much of his single-player series where he has the man cave. I don't know what he's doing on there. I have seen a few episodes. I used to watch him quite a lot on that series. But I watch a lot of his terra firma craft and stuff like that. So yeah, if you don't know Etho, I mean, what am I saying if you don't know Etho? I'm sure you all know Etho, but if for some reason you don't know Etho, he's probably one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers on PC. Very clever guy, does some very, very clever stuff on normal Minecraft and modded Minecraft. Really knows his stuff on about everything to do with anything about Minecraft. So be sure to go and check him out if you want to go and see that. He's very technical and very fun. So yeah, I enjoy him. Okay, let's eat this. I haven't really watched an awful lot of him lately, though. I haven't had time to watch anybody, really. This roof is coming together so quickly. Anyway, let's get on with today's topic. And today's topic, I asked you on Twitter a few days ago now, well, probably over a week ago, in fact, about what you want me to talk about on this series, because like I mentioned last episode, I'm absolutely loving this series just because we get to chill out together, not really have to concentrate all that hard. You know, we're building some really complicated stuff on the Let's Build a City world, and you know, it's quite hard work on the Let's Build a Theme Park world. So just to be able to sit down and relax and enjoy ourselves on this series is something that I always am looking forward to at the moment. And someone said, why don't you talk about previous jobs and your work and stuff like that? Oh, that's a good idea. I've sort of covered my previous jobs and my previous work in the past. I think I covered it a little bit on the Hardcore Survival Island series, of which a lot of you are missing. A lot of people have been asking me, where's the Hardcore Survival series? Well, the Hardcore Survival Island series has ended. It ended quite a long time ago. We had a list of goals that we had to complete, and we completed all of them. Well, all of them that we could do. There's a few that we couldn't actually end up doing because it was an ocean biome, and some of the stuff weren't possible to get in an ocean biome. Like, for example, animals. Animals do not spawn, no matter how. You guys can argue with me as much as you want in the comment section, but I guarantee you, from the wiki, from research, from asking friends, from watching other videos, that passive animals, stuff like chickens, pigs, cows, sheep, do not spawn in ocean biomes, even if there is land. I was on a little island in the middle of an ocean biome, but because it was classed as an ocean biome, they did not spawn. They would never have spawned. The only reason why I had cows was because of mushrooms. I sheared mushrooms to get cows so we could get beef. But one of our challenges on that world was to get a cake, to make a cake. But obviously, you can't make a cake without an egg, and you can't get an egg without a chicken, which made that goal impossible for us to get without cheating and getting some spawn eggs and stuff like that. So what I was thinking about doing, seeing as though you guys seem to really enjoy that series, and a lot of people have been asking, where's it gone? It's not going to be for a little while. I've got quite a few series lined up. I've got quite a few single player series, and I've got a multiplayer series which you guys will be really excited to hear about. Well, sort of not multiplayer, but sort of a co-op series, if you like. And I'm really excited about both of them. But yeah, I was thinking about... I've gone completely off the topic, haven't I, of this episode. But yeah, anyway, might as well talk about this for a little bit. About we can't really get a modded world on Xbox One. There is some sort of, in a way. So there's a couple of options. The first option is Sword of Alcazar 2. That has been released. I know you guys, or I know it was released. I've known it's been released for quite a while now. I think it was released pretty much the week of Xbox One being released. I can't remember now. But the creator of the map sent me a message on Twitter saying, "Hey, I've finished the second one. If you want to play it, here's the download link." So I have the download link. I think I've even downloaded the world, so I think I've actually got it. I just don't have it on Xbox at the moment. And the reason why I haven't played it yet is down to a couple of reasons, really. The first one being I haven't had time to play it. We've been too busy on other series. So yeah, I haven't had the chance to. And the second reason is because I'm not sure if a world made on, because they're modded, aren't they? If you remember, if you did watch the first series, basically it was an adventure map that was modded for Xbox. So there was some really clever, cool stuff done on it, which made it very interesting and very unique to play. but I don't know if the mods will work still if you converted the world to Xbox 360 over to Xbox One. Now, I asked a few people, and I asked the creator of the map, and they all said it'll work exactly the same. They said most likely it'll be absolutely fine, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to start the world, end up getting like 2 or 3 episodes in, and then realise that something doesn't work on Xbox One, and it'll only work on 360. So to play Sword of Alcazar 2 and to make sure that we do it right and make sure everything works correctly, I'm thinking about going back to Xbox 360 just for that series, because I loved Sword of Alcazar, the first one. I know a lot of you guys didn't actually watch it, which is very, very disappointing because it was an absolutely amazing map. By far the best adventure map I have ever played on console Minecraft, ever. By far. Was really, really interesting, was really, really well made, was beautiful scenery, beautiful terraforming, and yeah, it was great. And I'm hoping the second one is gonna be just as good, and hopefully a little bit longer, because the first one only ended up being like 6 or 7 episodes. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. You will be so glad that I sent you that way. Honestly, you really, really will. So yeah, the second option. So that's the first option. The second option is we actually make our own adventure map. Now, I'm not talking about, well, not really an adventure map, but a survival world, a sort of hardcore survival island world. I expect 99.9% of you would have heard of Skyblock, where you're only given a chest of very, very limited resources, and you have to, let's go and sleep the night away, and you have to build up a base from that. You have to do some goals, some challenges and stuff like that. And Skyblock is a little bit too grindy for me. There's a lot of cobblestone generating needed, and it's very boring. It's very grindy at the start. Once you get into it, it can be very, very interesting, but it's very, very grindy at the start. Hello, how are you doing? Stop attacking me. Goodbye. So I was thinking it would only be 1, possibly 2 episodes. I can't get out. 1, possibly 2 episodes, but we could make a very, very simple sort of survival world. Has he got up? Has that dog actually got up? There you go. And I'm thinking about a sort of survival island, let's say in the middle of the ocean. But as we said earlier, animals don't spawn. So I was thinking about having a chest of things that it gives you at the beginning. Ooh, power 1 bow. So, for example, you start on a survival island. It has your 1 tree, like normal. And you also get a chest of maybe 2 pig spawn eggs, 2 sheep spawn eggs. And you have to be very, very careful, because if one of them dies before you've bred them, you don't get any more. So, you have to be very, very careful on how you use it. And then we have some quests to sort of do, some challenges and some objectives, some goals to complete. And I think that'd be pretty cool. But we can sort of maybe spend 1 or 2 episodes making it ourselves, and then do it ourselves. And possibly, if we make it on Xbox 360 version, we can make a download link for it. So you guys can download it and play it yourself, not only on Xbox 360 version, but if you've got Xbox One version, you can then put it onto your Xbox 360 and then convert it over to Xbox One. Damn, this pickaxe is too good. So yeah, I think that could be a pretty good plan as well. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. It won't be for a little while yet, because we don't really have any room for other series at the moment. But would you guys prefer, tell me in the comment section below, would you guys prefer us to do Sword of Alcazar 2? Or would you prefer us to make a very small sort of adventure world, sort of survival-y, adventure-y, sort of, you guys know what I mean, and then convert the world over onto Xbox One and play it ourselves? We'll come up with a bunch of different goals and stuff like that, so it'll actually be made in it'll be made in creative first and then played in survival. It's up to you guys. I'm very excited either way. Now, what has happened here, because this is in line with that, bum, and that's 1 block lower. Damn it, we've got to remove these stairs. I got 2 ahead of myself. We'll take these away. Won't take 2 seconds. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. Either way, it's going to be pretty cool. Whatever one you guys decide for us to do. It will be a little while yet. Probably not even this month, but it'll be good to get a sort of idea on what you guys think. We might end up doing both. Why not do both? I'm sure we can do that. It'll be a little bit more work. I don't know exactly how long either of them will take or either of the series will last. But yeah, if we are going to do this sort of survival island series, then we're going to have to come up with a way to make it different to anything else that's ever been done. Because we've already got this survival series, this Let's Play series, and I don't want it to end up being two series that are very, very similar, if you know what I mean. I don't want that. I want it to be two different series. So yeah, we'll have to find out a way of that. But we'll talk about this more in the future. Just let me know in the comment section below this episode on what you guys think, and maybe some ideas and stuff like that. Always open to ideas. I always love reading your comments. But yeah, have we got enough time? Oh yeah, we've got enough time to talk a little bit about my work. Maybe we can talk about my first job. So, I left school after high school. Luckily, really, I left school before. I don't know if this is the same in the US, but in the UK now, you have to stay in education until you're 18. I don't know if that has always been like that in the US, or it's never been like that in the US, or it's just started in the US, or what, I don't know. But in the UK, when I was at school, you'd go through primary school, you would go through high school, or secondary school, or whatever it's called in America. And then once you finished high school, you can then go to college, and then from there you could go on to university if you wanted. Now, I decided after leaving high school when I was 16 years old that I didn't want to go to college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like most teenagers, I didn't know what I wanted to do as a job. I didn't know what career I wanted to go into. So I decided to do some work. I started going to work as a sort of temporary job until I sort of figured out what I wanted to do later on down the line. So I ended up working. I got a job at a second-hand shop, or a pawnbroker's. Now, it's not the pawn that some of you might be thinking of. It's PAWN. So basically, it was like jewellery and stuff like that. So it was a second-hand shop company that would give you a few options for people that were short on money. You could either sell us the item, so it would become, so you just sell it to us, and then the shop would sell it on, so we'd buy it and sell it, like Xbox consoles, PlayStation consoles, games, computers, laptops, DVDs, fishing equipment, TVs, hi-fi systems, DJ equipment, anything. We'd buy in absolutely anything, bikes, absolutely anything you can think of we would buy. And that would be the first option. The second option would be a sort of buyback system, and that would be where you could bring in an item like, let's say, a TV. It was a big TV. You could buy it, sort of sell it to us temporarily, if you like. So we would give you a certain amount for a TV. Let's say we'd give you £100 for the TV, and then in 30 days' time, you would pay back that £100 plus a little bit of interest, and then you'd get your TV back. So that would be an option if you wanted to get some money quickly, but not permanently lose your item. Anyway, the reason why I told you that is because when an item runs out of time, once, let's say, you put the TV on buyback and you don't come back within the 30 days, the item then becomes the shop's stock. So this TV, after 30 days, would become property of the store, and they would be allowed to sell it. So I had this guy come in, and the area that I was working in, the area that this shop was in, was a rough area. It wasn't a very kind area. The people could be very, very nasty, very, very violent. So you had to be a little bit careful on what you said sometimes. And this guy came in with quite a large TV. I think it was a 3D TV, if I remember rightly. And it was when they first come out. It was like probably about £1,000 worth of TV, which is a lot, sort of nearly $2,000 worth of TV. And he put it on buyback, which means it was only temporary. He should have come back and bought it back off us, but he didn't. For whatever reason, he didn't make it back in time. And once the 30 days were up, my manager took the item off the shelf at the back where it was being stored, put it out onto the shop floor where it could be sold, and it was sold quite quickly because it was pretty much a brand new TV, and as it was second hand, it was actually a lot cheaper than what it was new, and it was basically new. It was an absolutely cracking deal. In fact, I nearly bought it myself. Anyway, a couple of days later, the guy came back in, and I was in the shop on my own that day. There was no one else really about. Well, I think there was another guy person. There was only 3 of us that worked in the shop, and obviously one of the people were off that day. Everybody's got to have a day off once in a while. So one of us was on the day off. So there's only 2 of us there, but the one that was with me was out somewhere. He was doing something or busy or whatever. So I was in the shop on my own, and he come back in, and I didn't recognise him, or for whatever reason I didn't know it was him. Probably because let's put those there. There we go. Probably because I didn't serve him at first, so I didn't know who he really was. And he came in. He said, "I'm here to buy my TV back." I said, "Excellent." So go onto the computer system. I type in his name, and I see that the item had expired and had been sold. Now, this guy was a lot bigger than me and a lot stronger than me, and I was like, what do I say? What do I say to this guy? He's going to be really, really angry when I tell him that his TV has been sold. He no longer owns it. He can't get it back. Someone else has got it in their home and is probably loving it and using it right now. So, whoops, I fell down. So I had to tell him. And I said, "Sorry, it says on the computer that it expired 2 days ago and the TV's been sold." Anyway, that was well, I had to tell him, but I wish it wasn't me that had to tell him, because he got very, very angry, and he started swearing and shouting, and he started banging on the table. Now, where I stand, there's like a shield between the customers and the staff because of the type of customers that we were dealing with. Sometimes we needed some type of protection, so we had this very, very strong glass between this. I don't think it was quite bulletproof, but it was very, very strong. And luckily that was between us, and he was getting very, very angry, banging on the tables and stuff like that, and then started smashing up stock, started pulling games off the racks and stuff like that, chucking it around the shop, getting very, very angry. And yeah, then we had some golf clubs, and I'm sure you guys know what's coming. He had some golf clubs in the shop, or we had some golf clubs in the shop, and he noticed them. They were for sale. Some irons, some putters, some drivers, just sitting there. Well, to a very, very angry man, a golf club is probably an ideal weapon of choice. And he picked it up, and he started smashing up the stock. He started smashing up TVs, started smashing up glass cabinets, and all that. Anyway, he sort of walked out. He didn't really cool down, but he sort of stormed out of the shop. So police were called. Police came, and the police station is basically next door to the shop that I worked at. So when the police came, I went with them around the corner. Let's sleep the night away again. Whoa, we're running really over time if we've seen 2 night times. Followed the policeman up to the police station to give him a statement, tell him what happened, tell him that I didn't do anything wrong, that the item, I didn't pull it too early, I didn't sell it too early before it should have been, given a statement. Anyway, while I was at the police station, there was bang, bang, bang on the door, and it was the same guy, kicking down the door to the police station. And I thought, what a complete nutter. And he was saying things like, "I know what time you leave off work, I know what car you drive," threatening to kill me, threatening to beat me up and all this sort of stuff. So obviously it was very serious, really serious threats. And I need some slabs. I don't think I got any slabs. So yeah, when he actually got into the police station, he actually managed to kick down the police station door. He was arrested there. Didn't really have to go very far to be put into a cell, because he was already there. Let's make some more. I don't want to come back down. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, that was a little bit scary, really. I continued working there. It didn't really bother me too much, because it's something that you sort of not you didn't really get used to it, but you sort of expected it, if you know what I mean. It was something that happened. You know, the people that we were dealing with were unfortunately they, for whatever reason, they were behind on rent, or owed people money. So obviously they would get a little bit upset if they couldn't pay it, and that's the reason why they were there. So yeah, the customers that you were dealing with were generally not very nice people. Some of them were very nice. You know, don't get me wrong, some of them were absolutely lovely, but sometimes they weren't quite as nice as what they would first make out to be on their first on their first meeting with you. Have we got any more stairs? Yes, I do. Phew, just need to put this top on. Alright, let's just finish off the top here. That's about all I can talk about for my work. I've got loads and loads of stories from that place. I ended up working there for probably nearly 2 years. Yeah, probably just under 2 years. And I'm still very close to the staff there. One of the workers actually ended up being like a roommate of mine for probably another 2 years, I think. He was with me for. I'm still friends with the manager, who's still the manager there. And all the staff that ever worked there, we used to go through quite a lot of staff, because some people could deal with the customers, some people couldn't deal with it. It was a lot of abuse on a daily basis, you know, a lot of swearing, a lot of people didn't like you. So yeah, some people couldn't hack it, couldn't hack being staff there. But all the staff that were ever there, I'm still friends with, I still talk to and chat to and meet up to. I went out for drinks just a couple of weeks ago with the whole crew that I used to work with, which was really good fun. That was really, really nice to be able to meet up and chat with them again and have a drink with them. But yeah, that's about all that I can really talk about this episode. A lot of the stories, unfortunately, I can't talk about on YouTube because of what the stories were about. There's a lot of rude stuff that the customers done, and you know, a lot of the customers would come in high on drugs and stuff like that. And I don't want to talk about that kind of thing with the audience that I have. You know, I have quite a young audience. I have some older viewers as well, but most of you guys are young, and I don't want to talk about that kind of thing. That's not fun to talk about. I like to talk about fun things. How about that? We've actually managed to do the roof. Well, the roof got done a lot quicker than I thought. That's amazing. Excellent. I know it's not the most riveting footage to be able to watch, which is why I'm talking about stuff that I think is really, really funny. So hopefully it sort of passes the time a little bit more. That looks pretty cool. This house is really coming on. I haven't ended up getting any more quartz. I've got 10 stairs, nearly 2 stacks of quartz blocks on me. Is that no sandstone? Nearly 2 stacks of quartz blocks on me. And have we got any quartz in here? If not, I'm going to have to go on another quartz hunt. Slabs, which we will need. No, I need some more quartz. Have I got any in the base? Let's go and check in the base quickly. We should maybe have enough time. I know we're running over time on this episode, but oh well. It's a longer episode. Hiccups. Are you standing up or sitting down? Whoops. The maximum number of beating... I don't doubt it. I didn't mean to feed you. Why is he standing up? It's glitched, hasn't it, again? Woohoo! My phone went off. Excellent. That means I've got a friend. Let's just see if I've got any quartz down here. I don't think I do, but we'll go and have a look. Hey, dog. There's another dog. Have I got any more dogs down here or cats? I can't even remember. We haven't been down here for quite a few episodes, have we, really? There's another dog there. I got 1 quartz, nether quartz. Excellent. Alright guys, we're going to leave it there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode. Bye!